I'm making a video. I'm putting another bass pedal on that other kit. I don't even hook them up to the bass drums, but this is something I'm working on. I always like drums. I just have too big a kit than what I would do. I'm just hoping somebody can come over and play some drums at times. And this is weird because you got this pedal and your legs aren't straight. With a double bass kit, you got to kind of hit at that angle. No, this pedal ain't matching that pedal, and that bass drum don't sound like that one. They sound pretty close. That one's got an Aquarian. No, it's got an Evans. This one don't have. I got one bass drum that's got an Aquarian. Oh, that one. No, and one in the garage does. That's just a plain. It might be dual ply, but that's a little better sounding because it's got an Evans ring in it. I call it what is that called? Something ring. O-ring or zero. I forget now what the. And that was not. It's got a little beater pad right there. That's not hitting it. So I need to raise this up a little bit because it was adjusted for that smaller bass drum. That's what it was. 18-inch. This is a 22, so this has got to come up a little bit. It's too far. Anyway, I don't know if that's right, but get right on it. But now it sounds a little different. That one's loud. That's a Pearl, and this is a sound percussion, which is they're good. But I was gonna make a video of me playing. I love drums. I'd play, but you gotta practice a lot to be good. Made a video of how they sound. The snare is a that kind of brand. Pulse, great, sounds great. It's a maple snare. When I tightened it up, it's got a great tone. Let's see. I got a friend, Yachty. He can play one hand better than most drummers can with two. He plays guitar and he's got one hand free. He plays his guitar with his left hand and chords with just one hand, and he can make the guitar sound great. It does riffs, and then he plays like this. One hand, and then the other hand, which I'm holding my phone, would be holding a guitar. Unreal. Really tried that. But Yachty is amazing. He's on YouTube. Y'all look him up, Yachty Westfield. He can play triplets of one. He can play better with one hand than most drummers play with two. You can't even tell he's playing with one hand. And he's playing guitar with the other hand. He taught me some lessons. He had a school of music, and I've heard about him for years through. I met him at through Jeremiah French years ago. He don't remember me, but I met him. And he's a great musician, and I took guitar lessons from him too. I just brought him up because he's one-handed. I mean, he plays great with two. He's unreal too, but he can play better one hand than I can. But he just plays the guitar, And I've seen other drummers play a keyboard with one hand and play drums with one. And they're their own band. like y'all do. He's awesome. He does all these riffs with his left hand, taps the guitar, and gets a rhythm going without actually strumming it. He's just doing hammer-ons, and it makes the guitar tone. Makes it. What did I say? Well, he's not strumming it. He's just using his left hand. That's what I'm trying to say. He's doing it in such a way which is called a hammer-on, which makes the note, just with pressing the string down, without actually plucking it with the other hand, because he's playing a drum kit. That cymbal over here, so I got 3 cymbals. That's enough. That's it. A lot of good drummers on TV. That back in the 80s, you had cymbals everywhere. It looks pretty, but you don't need them. Questlove plays drums on the Tonight Show. I think he's got 2 cymbals. He's just got 2 in a ride. I mean, 2 crashes. What I mean. Those are. I bought them cheap. They're Pros Sabian B8 Pros, great cymbal. And this one's same thing, but it's yucky, but it still sounds good. Sounds better than the cheap Zildjian. And then this is I've had that one for a long time. I'm blessed to have that still. And I use that as a hi-hat sometimes. It's A8X, which is a better quality than these are more entry level, but they're fine. I think that was really nice. That's an 18, that's a 16. This is a 13. That's a real good one. I got this. That's ZBT Zildjians. And they're decent. It's got a crack in it, but got these Z's. Planet Z's are not very good, but this is a 13. I don't know where I got that from. Charlie Shell. He made that cymbal. He cut it down, but it's 13 and it goes good with the 12-inch. That's a ball. I think that's heavy, but it sounds good with that Planet Z, which that's a 13-inch. These are 13s, and then this is a 14. I got 2 of them somewhere. I got to find it. And this thing here is a ZHT Zildjian. I don't know where I got that. But that's heavy. That's a heavy rock crash. And it is loud. I played with my dad country band, took it to the country place, and it wouldn't even crash right. It was too loud. I still got this cymbal from the very first set of Z Titanium ZXT. Well, that's the same brand. Now you had the ZBTs, that's ZHT. But then you had that color in the chrome. So I bought the chrome, which is this cymbal, and it's a titanium cymbal, and it's real loud. They're made for rock, real bright. Now this is ZBT Zildjian, which is pretty good. Just wish I hadn't. I don't know what happened there, and somebody broke it. Yeah, they did. Somebody came in and did that. The cymbals don't break, folks. Like especially at mine. And it was perfect when I bought it at the pawn shop. Paid $40 for those, and then 2 days later it had crack in it. And I didn't do that. I mean, it was it was just sitting there like this, And then these are Pulse 357s, and they're made by pasty. That's a good sounding cymbal. I used to have better ones. This one's got a crack too now, but I think that was done. I've had that. That's been done. I did that probably. I remember that one. I think it was like that when I bought it. That's a good sound snare. And that's a Ludwig. Got that snare with that other kit, that yellow one. And that's Pulse, and these are awesome. Cheaper, but you know, just mic them right and be these heads. That was a blessed is the name of the Lord Most High. The Lord is my strong tower, my righteous run in. I remember that song. That was on a projector. The righteous run in are saved. Jesus is the name of the Lord. I remember that song. Blessed is the name of the Lord. I can't remember how it goes, but that's a praise and worship song. But I use them as I got a bunch of those things. My church. I got them from my church. I remember. But they make great mufflers. And I got the bass drum back there. And I got, see, one that kit, this kit, that kit, that kit, that kit, and one in the garage. Well, bass drum. But I can make all these drum sets. And look, I had somebody steal my drums, and it's like I got this one for $100. I got this one and that one for 150. I'm talking about pearl, and it's covered in leather. They're this color, burgundy, and I had to take that back. But that's leather, real covered in real leather. And then that is a nice set of Stage Star. But I need to get the bottom heads. Very important. But you know, back in the 70s, they take the heads off. I remember seeing bands that didn't have heads, and they had to stick a $1,000 AKG mic up in. I mean, all them heavy metal bands, they put a $1,000 mic on each tom. AKG. Big old radio looking mic up in the freaking bottom. And they'd sound like cannons going off. Toms. Of course, they were power toms back then. You had sonar. Everybody played sonar other than a heavy metal band. Big old long toms with an AKG mic stuck up in the. But you go to and hear the bands in the 60s. A lot of them go to YouTube. They won't have a head on. They take the heads off and put a mic up in the bass drum. A lot of them did that. Didn't have heads on the bottom, or you know, that's what they like that sound. Which I don't, because you don't get the overtones. That bottom head's real important. My friend Yashan, he knew how to tune a drum, man. He'd say, turn that lug, loosen that one, turn that, get them sounding great. That one rings a little more than that one, so. But I can't get that one not to. It sounds okay, but it don't match him. Either I'm going to have to get more ring out of this one, or Dad knows more to match. They sound okay when you really play. Let's see here. I wish I could keep this going. Okay, still going. I'm playing the tom. I just want to see what they sound like. When I play them through my TV, and I play them through a sub, and they sound great, just with a cell phone. They got 4 tom. It's not good. groove going. I don't like this hi-hat now. It's sad. Yeah, that crack is all messed it up. Take the keys out of my pocket. My hand's hitting the keys on my. I can't have anything in my pockets when I play. Beat better. It's funny, I came up with it. I thought I came up with it. This other guy, this guy named Chris Coleman, man, he's doing the same beat. It's like, I used to play 3 hours a day, folks. I need to do it again, maybe just, you know.